What's going on, everyone? BouseFeenux here, and before we get started, I just wanted to thank everyone that's been showing up to the live streams lately. It's been an absolute blast hanging with you. Anyway, I just beat the campaign for Titanfall 2, and I figured it'd be fun to talk to you guys about it, so let's hop in. Alrighty then, so for those of you that have been living under my bed for the past year or so, Titanfall 2 is a first-person sci-fi military shooter set in the far future where humanity has discovered space travel and colonized planets, and then bad guys want to take control over those planets and institute some kind of order and population control over them, you know, pretty sick shit, right? Well, the good guys aren't going to take it lying down, so they decide to fight back and go to war. Being that it's the future, there's all kinds of dope weapons and gear, and then you've got the Titans. Giant robots with advanced AI controlled by a class of soldiers called pilots. These guys are super agile and crazy good at making things dead. In the single-player campaign, you'll be playing a green behind-the-ears, low-ranking rifleman by the name of Jack Cooper, who aspires to be a pilot, and lo and behold, through various plot devices, Jack's mentor, who is already a pilot, dies in a battle, and transfers ownership of his Titan to Jack. Jack and the Titan, whose name is BT, then have to work together to complete their mission, which pretty much involves blowing a bunch of shit up and doing sick wall runs through pretty much every level. Okay, so overview aside, the story sounds pretty generic on the surface, and honestly it kind of is, but to be fair, I want to make it clear before we go any further that I very much enjoyed the single-player campaign in Titanfall 2. For a scripted, linear military Call of Duty style shooter, the game had a lot of character. BT, the Titan, actually stole the show here, and there were some really cool moments in the game between him and Jack. All told, the entire campaign, which consists of about 9 missions, only took me about 6 hours to complete, which is pretty much what I expected from a game like this. I really think that if it was any longer, I would have been like, alright, I just want to get through this so I can get to the multiplayer. But that being said, those 6 hours were pretty damn action-packed. I really felt like I was playing through a really high-budget animated sci-fi flick, and I definitely don't regret spending the time to do it either. And besides, most games like this that have a single-player campaign pretty much just have one to introduce you to some of the stuff you'll do later in multiplayer, so I think of these as kind of like a prep for that, as well as an introduction to the world you'll be playing in. So as for my opinion on all of this, I don't really feel like the single player is going to sell this game for $60, but we all kind of knew that anyway. Most people are playing Titanfall 2 for its multiplayer, and if you recall, the first game didn't even have a campaign, so really, for what you get, I feel like the devs did a fantastic job with this title. You get a beefy multiplayer experience and some awesome single-player story to go through, complete with boss fights, dialogue choices, and some pretty amazing cinematic moments. For something like this, you really can't ask for more. The last thing I wanted to mention is that this game is absolutely gorgeous. The visuals are amazing, and the game runs like a dream with all the settings cranked to their highest on my GTX 1070. I did notice some hitching during save points and a few other minor things, but all told, I feel like Titanfall 2 is amazingly optimized on the PC. And that's about all I've got to say on the Titanfall single-player experience, guys. Should you buy this game just for the campaign? No, I don't think so, at least not until it's on sale, but if you're getting in for the full experience with the campaign and the multiplayer, I can definitely recommend this title, and I feel like you'll get your money's worth. But that's gonna do it for today, folks. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been like with Titanfall 2 so far. Do you love it, hate it, or otherwise? And don't forget to like this video down below if you enjoyed it, because that helps me out a ton. Additionally, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'm getting really tired of having to record videos in this McDonald's bathroom, and if I get enough of you hanging around, maybe I can afford a real place to live. Until next time, though, I'm BouseFeenux. I'll see you at the next episode, and as always, thank you so much for watching.